What's up, y'all? I've been away for a minute, but we back now, and today we're going to talk about something that's changing in the NBA now. For a very long time, we've seen the strand of point guards in the league be the older guys that are of today, and that's the Steph Currys and the Chris Pauls and guys like that, the Rajon Rondos of the league. And now I could truly see a complete change in what today's NBA is looking like. It's a lot of new guards that's 25 and under that's really doing their own thing in the league, and they're advocating for the new youth and the new group. And you're seeing the NBA change at our very eyes. I didn't know I would see it, but the guys of today, the guys that grew up with myself, just a little bit older than myself, they're now taking the lead and being the guys that's carrying the NBA, and it's definitely very exciting to see. So today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 point guards that I believe will be the future of the point guard era, and they will be the guys at the top of the list for the next, hopefully, 10 years with not too many injuries occurring without. So let's get started. So first, I feel like we got to start off with the guy who looks like he might be the face of the NBA for I don't know how many years, but we're going to start off with Luka Doncic. He's only 24 years old. He's a young guy. He's been in the league now for a couple of years. I believe this is his 6th year in the NBA. I believe he came in 2018, but the guy this year has been absolutely incredible. He's been averaging 31.5 points, 8.5 rebounds, 8.5 assists, 1.5 steals. And he's been doing that alongside somebody who was also one of the best point guards and is still one of the best guards in the NBA, in Kyrie Irving. But Luka's been doing this for a minute now. He's a guy who has been able to carry his team, get them to the playoffs each and every year for a couple of years now. And you could see how good he was going to be from the jump. Like his rookie year, he averaged 21, 8, and 6. His second year in the NBA at 20 years old, he was averaging 29 points, 9.5 rebounds, and 9 assists. Like, it's absurd. For his career, he's already putting up big numbers, 28, 8.5, and 8. And his efficiency is pretty good. This year, he's almost shooting 50% from the field goal and 40% from 3. So he's absolutely incredible. But that's somebody that I believe we already knew was a young guard and killing the league, and now these next 4 guys are going to be guys that's really coming up next in my eyes. Next, we got Tyrese Haliburton. Now, Tyrese is a guy that I really like because he went to my college. He went to Iowa State, and I was watching him back then. I obviously wasn't going to school here before when he was here, but I know that he went to my school, and they praised him a lot while he's doing very good in the league now. But Tyrese was a guard. He's 23 years old, and obviously he started his career off with the Sacramento Kings alongside another guy that's going to be on this list. But when he got traded, I didn't know how his career would look after that. He didn't seem to me to be a guy that was going to be an absolute dominant figure in the league, but he's definitely proved me wrong. Last season, he was already an all-star. He's probably the best passer in the NBA, one of the best playmakers in the NBA. And in his 4th year in the NBA, or 3rd year in the NBA, I believe, at 22 years old, he was already averaging 21 and 10. Made it to the All-Star game, was a key contributor for the Pacers last year. And this year, it's been absolutely absurd. The things that he's been able to do for his team is incredible. He's averaging 27, 4, and 12. And I'm not a big guy on numbers, but 27, 4, and 12 at 23 years old is absolutely insane. And the guy is almost a 50-40-90 guy, shooting 45% from the 3-point line. That's absolutely crazy at the fact that he's having the ball so much. He's doing so many different things with the basketball already, and for him to shoot this efficiently is something crazy. And I definitely didn't see him being able to do this, but I like Tyrese a lot. Speaking of his former teammate, next is De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox last year was the clutchest player in the NBA. He won the clutchest player in the NBA award. Statistically, he was the clutchest player in the league last year in the fourth quarter with, I believe it's under 3 minutes left. And he made his first All-Star team last year, averaging 25, 4, and 6 for the Kings. They had a crazy series up against the Warriors, something that I don't think a lot of us saw. I believe Kings fans obviously saw that, but not a lot of us saw. Now, he's probably going to be the oldest guy on this list. He's 25, and to say that he's the oldest guy on this list is incredible, because that's not old at all. And he has a couple of years, I believe, until he really hits his prime if he can stay healthy. And he's been killing this season as well, so it looks like it's going to get even scarier for the league. This year, he's averaging 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists rounded up. And he seems like he can't be stopped offensively. He's one of the best scorers in the NBA, regardless of how old you are, regardless of how many years you've been in the league. He's a guy that you don't really want to see. And you've seen a steady incline from him throughout his career, honestly. He started off averaging 11 points, then moved it up to 17, then moved it up to 21, then moved it up to 25, and he's just consistently gotten better each and every year, statistically wise and the eyeball wise. So much luck to him as well. Next, we got a guy who's one of my favorite players in the league. I believe a lot of us have been following him for a very long time now, since high school, really, with his older brother, Lonzo Ball. But today we're talking about LaMelo Ball, a one-time All-Star, All-Rookie guy, Rookie of the Year, a guy who we thought would be very good in the league, and he's doing just that. Obviously, he has to deal with a bunch of injuries, and right now he's even hurt, I believe. But before he got hurt, he was on an absolute tear. He's one of the best playmakers in the league. He can rebound the ball, especially for being a point guard, and he's scoring the ball at a rapid rate this year. He's averaging 25, 5.5, and 8 assists. And he's only 22 years old now. Obviously, the Hornets have been struggling a bit, but they'll figure it out eventually. He's a guy who looks like that he's going to be a franchise guy for them, and all the luck to him as well. Last but not least, one of my favorite players in the NBA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He plays for my favorite team in the league, a team that I've loved since the early days of Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka. He's on the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's a 25-year-old point guard. He's a little younger than De'Aaron Fox, and boy, can this guy absolutely put the ball in the basket. This year, he's averaging 30 points, 6 rebounds, 6.5 assists, on 54% from the field. He was an All-NBA guy last year, All-Star last year. Absolutely incredible. He has been nothing but great for this young Thunder team, and he seems to be the juggernaut for the team. He's the superstar of the team, and we'll continue to see him grow as a player and continue to rack up more points. And he's actually gotten a lot better with his defensive ability this year. He's averaging about 2.5 steals, and that's incredible to see, because being a point guard that's a lot taller than certain point guards in the league, being able to play defense allows you to stay on the floor longer. And do I know one thing about us? We definitely want Shai out there for as long as we possibly can have him. So he's been incredible. Now, it is some people that I probably missed in this video. Obviously, it's a lot of point guards in the league, and the league is getting too good. Honestly, it's nothing to really say other than that. The league is getting way too good, but these are 5 guards that I've really been looking at and seeing and really wanted to make a video on, so that's what I did today. So those are my top young point guards in the league, and hopefully they'll continue to grow and put on more exciting games for us viewers. That's from my eyes to yours. Hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Till the next one. Peace.